Howdy, folks.
No, that's my line.
I wanted to share it. Are we going to keep this, or is this like a take two?
We'll keep it. What's your introduction phrase then?
I wrote greetings, YouTube, but I know you don't like that. And
I don't care what you say. Greetings, YouTube. Howdy, folks. Come on, say it.
Howdy, YouTube. Greetings, folks.
I'm going home.
Oh, my God. I'm Tenime. This is Threeps. Welcome to Master Debater, the show where we discuss opposing views on all manner of nerdy topics. The rules, as always, are no biting, no hits below the belt, and only one, your mom, per person, per episode. Today, we're trying something a little new. We are going to take two films from a franchise that we both genuinely love, but prefer one over the other. So today, I will be defending, again, not defending because he likes it too. Today, I will be promoting the merits of Alien over Aliens.
With an S.
Which, if you think about it, is kind of a backwards too. So instead of Alien 2, they turned the 2 backwards and Aliens.
No, that's stupid.
You're stupid.
Your mom's stupid.
Oh, that's your one.
That was pretty good, though.
It's
Called your mom stupid.
gone.
So.
Sorry, Mom.
She sucks.
So, this jerk-off made me laugh too fucking hard, which you'll see in the end credits. We'll do a little outtakes. Lose my mind because he's a fucking weirdo. But so both Ridley Scott's original Alien and James Cameron's Aliens are spectacular movies. He needed no refresher. I kind of wanted one. I mean, I watched them pretty frequently, but I guess it had been a while, so I watched them both last night, and it's hard to prefer one over the other just because they're both spectacular. But they're also both very different films. And I think that's kind of why we like the ones that we do like. Because Alien is a very calm, it's a slow burn, but it's never boring. Like, it takes its time to get where it's going, but you're never sitting there going, Jesus Christ, why isn't this movie doing something already? Like, the characters are fun, and the atmosphere is, at the same time, both comfortable and unsettling. And just, the way the crew interact with each other, like how the actors did their prep on set. Like when they're at each other's throats, they're actually at each other's throats. Like there's an awesome documentary that was with the Quadrilogy DVD box set. Not Memory. I didn't like that documentary. That was more to do about like it wasn't a making of documentary, which is what I wanted. It was more kind of like a, exploring the philosophy of the movie as opposed to, this is how they made the movie. But there's a great This Is How They Made the Movie documentary on the Quadrilogy DVD box set that shows that, when Parker and Ripley are snapping at each other.
I'm not going any straws. I'm for killing that goddamn thing right now.
Okay. Well, let's talk about killing it. We know it's using the air shafts. Will you listen to me, Parker? Shut up!
That was actually Yaphet Kotto and Sigourney Weaver snapping at each other. And when Lambert slaps Ripley, like, Veronica Cartwright actually slaps Sigourney Weaver, like, hard. Like, and just, like, all that kind of stuff is so... It just shows how good of actors that they were. And again, not that anyone's a bad actor in the second one. So like I said, this is not going to be me talking about why Aliens is bad. It's why I prefer the first one. One of my it's definitely, the Nostromo is definitely one of my favorite movie sets of all time, because they built that ship interior for real. Like, if you've seen the documentary, or if you go watch it, they talk about how, like, if you're in the galley, the kitchen, and you had to go to the bathroom, you had to walk like 10-15 minutes through the hallways just to get out of the set. Because it's literally, they built the interior of a spaceship, and one room is connected to another room by a hallway, and they filmed in that hallway. And so if you were too far into the bowels of the ship, just to leave the set, you essentially had to walk through the entire ship and leave the entire ship. And so, which that's definitely awesome. And just, what's funny is I don't want to say dislike, but I prefer the xenomorphs in the sequel over Big Chap. Just, I was never a big fan of seeing the skull through the dome. I like the glossy black dome instead. I like the more animalistic on all fours, as opposed to standing around like a human. Plus, one of the complaints that I do have about Big Chap in the first movie, that I noticed last night, is that there's this whole thing about how the actor wearing the suit, he was like 7'2" or whatever, like he towered over everyone, but also they didn't want to show too much of the alien, just to they didn't want to ruin the mystery. They wanted to keep only show parts of it to keep it in suspense. But the problem with that is you don't get a sense of how big it actually is, because you only see bits and pieces of it. And anytime that you see it, towering over Lambert or Brett, it's filmed in such a way that literally could have just, taken someone shorter than the other person and just angle the camera in such a way that it looks like they're taller. So I definitely think that the sequel did the threat better, though I also do kind of prefer the singular monster going after the crew over the still admittedly awesome soldiers taking out an army of Xenos. So I'm not sure what else I really could or want to say. I don't want to usurp talking. I can ramble a lot, and I dislike when I'm the only one talking in the video. So Aliens
Aliens is better. Okay, bye. No. Like he said, we both loved both movies. I prefer Aliens. A lot of people ask me what my favorite movie is. I never can really answer, because I like so many movies and so many series of movies. That's the biggest issue. I just don't like, Empire Strikes Back. I like the entire saga, including the animated stuff for Star Wars.
Especially getting Tartakovsky's.
Yeah, well, yes, it's amazing. Clone Wars is the CG Clone Wars is
It's phenomenal.
And it's 8 seasons if you include Bad Batch? 7 seasons?
7. Well, 7, and then Bad Batch is gonna be 8.
Technically, yeah.
So
and then
it was 6, and they came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 8 seasons versus an hour and a half, 2 hours at most.
An hour and a half.
Yeah.
The micro series.
But anyways, off topic. But typically, if somebody asks me what my favorite movie is, and I don't feel like going into it with them, I just say Aliens. So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But once again, I like the whole saga, even the stupid Versus movies. I also include Predator in the Alien verse, which technically I guess it isn't.
I mean,
it's Stan Winston, and there's so many comics, and the Alien versus Predator, they're in the same universe to me.
There's the Xeno skull in the Predator spaceship at the end of 2.
True, yes. So
yeah.
I love the Predator movies as well, so they're kind of the same universe. But anyways.
And yes, we like Alien 3 and Resurrection, but can admit freely that they're not great.
3's pretty good. 3 is pretty good.
I prefer the dog alien over the cow alien. If that makes sense. Because in the different cuts...
Yes, and the one cut he comes out of a bull or a cow,
yeah.
and one cut he comes out of the dog.
Yeah, I prefer the dog, but sorry. You didn't talk throughout all of mine, and I'm interrupting you.
No, that's fine, asshole. But yeah, so Aliens is probably my favorite movie. I've seen it I don't even know how many times. What I like about it more is it's... I don't want to say easier to watch, because Alien is definitely not difficult to watch, like a lot of movies are, that are still really good, but I rarely find myself being like, God, I want to watch Alien. You know, like it's... Usually I'll do like a watch through of all of them, all 4. So I'll watch it then, but I'll randomly just watch Aliens on like a Tuesday night or whatever.
It was really difficult not to continue on to 3 and Resurrection and Prometheus and Covenant. And I gotta go to bed.
But yeah, I like the Xeno Warriors better than Big Chap.
Yeah.
No
contest.
It's just it's definitely not like Alien is survival horror or sci-fi horror versus Aliens is more sci-fi action. And I'm not saying anything new there. A million critics and stuff have said that before.
What?
But there's still action elements in Alien, and there's still horror elements in Aliens. But to me, Aliens is just more fun to watch. And I'm a huge special effects guy, and the Queen Alien is a masterpiece. She's my favorite. I don't want to say character. Hey, fuck it, she's a character. Pretty much ever. She's my favorite special effect. Just the way she looks, the way that it's performed.
He jerks off to her.
Like, twice a week probably. So yeah, just if the movie was terrible and she was still in it, I could still probably say it's my favorite movie just because how amazing.
Well, I mean,
she is.
We're not typically the type of people who let things ruin things for us. Like, there's a lot of people out there who like, I didn't like this one scene, so the whole movie sucks.
Right.
And it's just, I don't...
I'm the opposite. I can like a movie for one scene sometimes, which is detrimental. But
as everyone stares at my Suicide Squad Harley Quinn poster up in the corner over there.
But yeah, and I love all the Marines. I love all their different personalities. One thing that's really cool is each actor actually took their armor to their, probably not their house, I'm assuming a hotel room, and personalized it like actual soldiers would. Just with different graphics or different, they scribbled stuff on. Each one's different. I'm not going to go into huge detail of what each one did.
Pharaoh's helmet says "Fly me friendly."
Yeah.
Kind of like Charlie Sheen in Platoon, where it said, "When I die, bury me face down so the world can kiss my ass." Something like that. Yeah.
So just the camaraderie between them, and then Burke being the most hated character of all time. And just I also like the whole like, evil corporation doesn't care about anybody, just wants to get this biological weapon back home. And
Umbrella?
Well, this is pre-Umbrella, but has a lot of parallels with today's giant evil corporations. But yeah, and the music too. I didn't really appreciate the music in Aliens till I was a little older, but it's super like militaristic. I mean, like, it sounds like something you'd hear at boot camp to like while the soldiers are training or whatever. And
I'll say that when I watched them last night, I kind of didn't even notice that there was music in Alien. Maybe there isn't, but like when the
it's very subtle.
When the music started at the end credits, I was just like, oh, this isn't the best piece of orchestral, and I love orchestral scores. So I'm like, this isn't the best piece that I've ever heard. While at the same time, that I'm like, wait, did I hear any music in the previous movie? Whereas, like he said, is when you're watching Aliens, it's the music has a presence. Well, one thing I'll also say in your favor is Aliens is infinitely more quotable. Like,
there's really not a ton of dialogue in Alien,
right?
And the crew is smaller, so obviously you're not going to have as much typically as much conversations. But
usually it's just like, don't do that, goddammit. Well, I'm going to do it, goddammit. Well, don't, goddammit. It's like, there's not a lot of actual dialogue as opposed to, game over, man, game over. They mostly come out at night. Mostly. Get away from her, you bitch!
I couldn't believe that when I heard that in South Park. I'm like, they're quoting Aliens. That's amazing. I thought I was the only one where that line stood out.
I sent him a text of Cartman just with the caption, mostly. So.
But yeah, and I could go on and on, but I'm not, because you're going to get sick of hearing my stupid voice, but yeah, just...
Sick of hearing your mom's stupid voice.
That wasn't as good as mine, but okay.
Yeah, damn it.
She just said something about my mom being a queen. Could have been nice.
Fair.
Jerk.
Fair. You apparently have deep-seated sexual desires for my mom, as we saw.
She's tall.
The other
She's a giant. I'm like,
George Costanza.
Yeah, no.
George wanted to date a taller woman.
I know. I'm killing my nerd cred here.
Uh-oh.
Game of Thrones. Redhead. Beard.
Tormund.
Yes. I love giant women. Tormund. There you go. My head is like a hard drive. I can only keep certain characters' names in my head. I got into Game of Thrones and I forgot Lord of the Rings. Then I remembered Lord of the Rings and I forgot Game of Thrones.
It's when I saw the Stephen King's Dreamcatcher, one of my favorite metaphors ever is the memory warehouse, and I love that they brought it back in Dr. Sleep too, because it's like that's how I always thought of my brain is like that.
Yeah. Well, I think that wraps it up. Unless you had anything else to say.
I think I'm pretty good.
All right. Well, that's it, folks. Let us know what you think in the comments below if you would like. Do the YouTube thing. The next episode will be on this douche's YouTube channel. And, yeah. Have a fan-freaking-tastic day.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Okay, bye. Get that phlegm out of there. I guess this will have to be in the end credits.
Look at outtakes. Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you so much?
What? I clear my throat.
Whew. Oh. Fuck. We're losing the 20 minutes on that fucking thing. Oh, fuck. My head gonna be too shiny. Alright. Ready?
Yes!
3, 2,